Winter settles over the far north with a depth that seems almost eternal. The sun has withdrawn below the edge of the world, leaving the land wrapped in long nights that stretch for weeks. The air turns heavy and still. Frost gathers on every exposed surface. Great fields of snow lock the ground beneath layers of ice, and the silence drifts across open tundra with an almost measured calm. Here, in this wide and frozen reach, life endures in forms shaped by cold, scarcity, and time. Among these quiet survivors stands the Arctic fox, a small hunter that moves with quiet certainty through the winter void. The Arctic fox carries a long history written in the northern landscapes of prehistoric times. Its ancestors lived in milder climates, hunting small prey in unsettled terrain. Over many generations, the species pushed into colder regions, following food sources and exploring new territory. As the climate of the ancient world shifted, the fox adapted. Thicker fur appeared across its body. Its limbs shortened to reduce heat loss. Those with the best ability to endure cold survived and passed on their traits. This steady pressure shaped the modern Arctic fox, a creature that now fits the polar world with remarkable ease. One of the fox's most distinctive features is its coat. The fur stands among the warmest found in nature. Each strand is hollow, trapping pockets of air that slow the loss of body heat. 2 layers cover the animal. The outer guard hairs resist wind and moisture, while the dense underfur forms a soft, insulating base. During winter, this coat grows long and snowy white. The color blends with surrounding ice fields, giving the fox cover as it travels across open ground. When the season turns to summer, the fur sheds and changes to shades of gray or brown. These tones match bare tundra earth and rocky slopes, offering concealment once again. This seasonal shift is not only a matter of appearance, but a sign of how closely the fox has tied its life to the rhythm of its environment. The fox's shape also helps it retain warmth. The body is rounded, with small ears that reduce the amount of surface exposed to cold air. The muzzle is short, limiting heat loss through the breath. The paws are broad and covered with fur, allowing the fox to walk across snow without sinking and to grip icy ground without slipping. These features appear simple, yet they provide clear advantages in a land where temperatures often sink far below freezing. Even during storms, the fox continues its search for food, shielded by a design that has taken thousands of years to perfect. Food anchors nearly every part of the fox's behavior. Its main prey in much of the Arctic is the lemming, a small rodent that lives beneath winter snow. Lemming populations rise and fall over the years. In times when lemmings are plentiful, the fox enjoys a stable source of nourishment. It may store extra food in small caches, burying it in snow to retrieve later. These caches help the fox survive sudden shortages or long storms when hunting becomes more difficult. When lemming numbers drop, the fox must expand its search. It turns to birds, insects, fish, and even the remains of larger animals left by predators such as wolves and polar bears. This broad diet reflects the unpredictable nature of the Arctic, where food availability rarely follows a steady pattern. Hunting in winter darkness depends on sound more than sight. The fox stands still and listens for the faint rustling of prey beneath the surface. When the subtle movements of a lemming reach its ears, the fox pauses, judges the position, then leaps into the air. It dives downward, breaking through the crust of snow and landing with accuracy. This behavior is often called mousing, although it applies to many types of small prey. The technique relies on acute hearing and careful timing, both of which improve with practice. The fox can perform this leap repeatedly, even in strong wind or frost. As seasons change, the fox's territory shifts. During summer, it remains closer to dens where young kits are raised. These dens may be used for generations, built into slopes of earth and snow. Some contain dozens of entrances and chambers, expanded over centuries by repeated use. Inside the dens, the temperature stays higher than the air outside, offering the young shelter during cold nights and sudden storms. Both parents take part in gathering food for the litter. Early summer brings periods of long daylight. giving them more time to hunt. The kits grow quickly. By autumn, they are strong enough to travel, and the family gradually disperses as each fox seeks its own range. Winter tests the strength of these young foxes. Food becomes harder to locate. The land grows dark again and temperatures fall. Snow covers most signs of life. Yet the fox remains active. Some individuals travel great distances across frozen seas, crossing ice sheets in search of carrion or areas where seals may rest. These journeys require careful judgment, for sea ice can fracture without warning. A fox that crosses at the wrong time may be stranded miles from land. Still, the instinct to explore remains strong. Tracking studies have shown that some Arctic foxes travel hundreds of kilometers, guided by memory, scent, and a sense of direction that scientists still seek to understand. This life demands resilience. The Arctic is one of the world's most dynamic environments, shaped by long winters, brief summers, and rapid climate changes. Warmer conditions in recent decades have reduced the extent of sea ice and altered the structure of winter snow. Stable snow cover is crucial for lemmings, which create tunnels beneath it. When snow conditions change, lemming populations may fall. Without lemmings, the fox faces greater strain. In some regions, this has led to shifts in fox numbers and changes in breeding success. The Arctic fox responds where it can, adjusting its behavior and diet, yet the challenges continue to grow. Despite these pressures, the species still holds remarkable strength. Its survival strategies remain flexible. When one food source declines, the fox searches for another. When storms sweep across the land, the fox curls into the snow, letting the wind cover it like a sheltering blanket. When temperatures sink to extremes, the fox's metabolism adjusts, conserving energy. These small choices, repeated through each day, demonstrate how finely tuned the animal is to this environment. The Arctic fox also plays a significant part in the wider ecosystem. By hunting rodents, it helps control their numbers. Its leftovers feed smaller scavengers such as ravens and ermines. Its dens, rich with stored food and concentrated nutrients, create patches of soil where grasses and flowers grow more densely. These small islands of plant life draw insects, which attract birds. In this way, the fox influences the landscape around it, adding structure to the tundra's delicate web of life. The fox's relationships with other polar animals show the complex balance of its world. Polar bears often leave behind remains of seals after feeding. Foxes that trail these bears gain access to food they could not obtain alone. At the same time, foxes compete with other mid-sized predators such as wolverines and larger red foxes, which have expanded northward in some areas. When red foxes arrive, they may outcompete Arctic foxes for territory and prey. Such interactions show how shifting climates and animal ranges can reshape long-standing ecological boundaries. Life in the Arctic is shaped by extremes that test endurance. Yet it is also shaped by rhythms that run year after year. Even during the long polar night, faint changes mark the passing of time. Stars drift westward. The air grows slightly colder as midwinter approaches. The wind settles into patterns that the fox seems to recognize. By late winter, when the sun finally rises again, the fox prepares for the next season of hunting and breeding. These cycles highlight a deeper story. The Arctic fox survives not through strength alone, but through careful adjustment to its surroundings. It has learned to live within limits set by cold, light, and scarcity. In doing so, it shows how life can flourish even in places that appear empty at first glance. The fox's world is severe, yet it is not without order. Every choice the fox makes connects to larger forces, from shifting snow to changing prey cycles. As the documentary approaches its reflective moment, it becomes clear that the story of the Arctic fox is also the story of the Arctic itself. This region stands at the meeting point between stability and change. Ice expands and retreats. Weather patterns shift from one decade to the next. Creatures that have lived here for thousands of years now face conditions they have never seen before. The fox continues its search for food, shelter, and safe ground, as it has always done. yet the land beneath its paws is slowly transforming. In this contrast lies a broader lesson. Nature is resilient, but it is also sensitive. A small change in temperature can alter snow structure. A shift in prey cycles can reshape entire populations. Each event, no matter how minor it seems, echoes across the ecosystem. The Arctic fox reminds us of this connection. Its survival depends on relationships built across land, climate, and time. When one thread weakens, the entire pattern adjusts. As the season closes, the Arctic once again prepares for renewal. The first pale glow of sunlight returns to the horizon, softening the long night. Ice cracks along the edges of fjords. Snow becomes lighter beneath the fox's paws. Soon birds will arrive from distant continents, and plant life will rise from the ground that lay frozen for months. The fox moves with quiet purpose through these early changes, ready for the next chapter in its cycle. In the end, the Arctic fox stands not only as a hunter, but as a guardian of a fragile world. Its presence reveals the intricate ties that hold the far north together. Through storms, darkness, and long stretches of hunger, the fox remains steady. It continues to walk the ancient routes carved by generations before it, carrying forward a legacy written in ice and snow. At the edge of the winter void, where the horizon seems endless and the air carries a deep stillness, the Arctic fox keeps its watch. It listens, it moves, it adapts, and in doing so, it reminds us that even in the coldest corners of the planet, life finds ways to endure.